It's a little overwhelming, and it's humbling. The nomination for that, the packet was put together by someone that I view as a mentor. And when I think about my advising practice, I've actually said this to people before, that I want to be like Kathy Davis when I grow up. And that is the truth, because she handles academic advising with the um, at a level of responsibility, and takes it seriously at a level that a lot of people don't. And what I've seen over time is that academic advising does impact students. It impacts them now, during their experience here at MSU, and later on for the rest of their lives, because someone took time with them to help craft a path that was very well suited to them. So to be honored in that way, to, at a place like Missouri State University, where there are so many amazing advisors who care so much about students' futures, to be honored in that way by the National Organization for Academic Advising, it is overwhelming, and it makes me proud of the work that I've done up to this point, and at the same time it makes me want to strive to be worthy of that nomination, to continue doing my job in a way that sets an example for other faculty members and for professional advisors of how to take what we've learned about higher education and in a very real way assist our students with it. I am an emotional person, and I try to avoid that sometimes and ignore that and be strong and sturdy, but I cry sometimes, and I've cried with a couple of students, and I think those are memorable times. And it wasn't because I was having a bad day. Okay, there were two occasions where I can remember that I got so happy with a student about an outcome to a situation that we were working on, that they cried and then I cried, and it was a way of celebrating with them that something that was perceived initially as an obstacle to them meeting their goals had been removed, had just been dissolved because of our work together. So one of those situations was with a student who, she was a single mother, and she was taking online and evening classes and struggling with childcare and working to try to maintain her household while she was taking classes. And I remember the meeting that we had, it was about 2 semesters before she graduated, and we mapped out a plan that had the rest of her classes for her time at Missouri State. And when we worked out that plan, and I said, yep, so you're on track to graduate in spring of whatever year that was, she just broke down and started crying. And she just said, I never thought that I was going to get finished. And I just started crying with her. And I said, well, I'm really proud of you, because you've kept taking those steps and you've never let go of that goal. And I was just as happy, maybe not quite as happy, but maybe almost as happy as she was. And then the other situation was a situation where a student came in actually with his parents, and they were having so many struggles with a transfer and trying to get this student on track to complete a 4-year degree. And it was another one of those situations where we worked with numerous offices on campus to be able to resolve different aspects of the problems that he was facing, and we were able to get him the help that he needed and get his family the help that they needed to be able to get him admitted and get him into classes. And his mother cried, and he cried, and then I cried, and it was a happy time, though, because we were celebrating the fact that through, like I said, through our work together, we had diminished some obstacles and moved him forward toward his future. There are a lot of ways to answer that question, and so I think for faculty members, sometimes academic advising seems like that extra responsibility. So there's classroom teaching and research and service, and those are factors on which faculty are evaluated for their job performance or for tenure and promotion decisions. But, excuse me, according to the National Academic Advising Association, and according to me, academic advising is teaching. And I've said it a couple of times in this interview so far, it's an opportunity for an educational professional with lots of experience and knowledge and just practical insights to take that and help guide a student through the curriculum of higher education. So when I think about how faculty advisors can get involved in that, I ask faculty advisors to think about academic advising with students as an extension of teaching them. Instead of teaching them about just one subject in a classroom, you're teaching a student how to glue those pieces together into a whole that makes sense for their future. So those types of relationships with students that you can develop one-on-one in an office setting where they're just with you as the faculty member, those are rich times for faculty members to build the types of connections with students that influence not only retention but personal satisfaction with your work as an educator and assistance for the student to help meet their goals. So I just say look at it as teaching and understand that it's not some duty that's just on the side, but if you document it properly in your tenure and promotion portfolios, you can actually demonstrate that it is teaching. So that's one way that I'd say to do it. The other is to take advantage of the training opportunities that we have here on campus. We have the amazing Master Advisor training program through the Academic Advisement Center, and we have people from other campuses and other states even who come to Missouri State to complete this training because it matters and it helps people to become better academic advisors. So do that, become a Master Advisor. Let's see. Attend advisor forums. These are hosted at lunchtimes typically, and it gives faculty members and professional advisors a chance to interact and network around academic advising issues. So things that impact all of us as we work with students to advise them. And it just gives us a chance to build that network as academic advisors with one another so that we can better assist our students. So I encourage anybody who does academic advising to take advantage of those training opportunities as well.